But if you're like, hi, I'm 41, nice to meet you, and she's like, oh, hi, 41, I'm so and so, you know, da da da. It's like, okay, well, I saw you over there and wanted to know if I could take you to get some boba sometime. Something like that. Figure it out. Say it in the mirror first. I haven't done this in years. I'm married, okay, but you know, figure out the words that you're gonna say. Say them a bunch. The car in front of the mirror. Don't stumble over you don't want to trip over your words. Make it very direct, short, to the point. Like, take you to get some boba sometime. She has nothing to, she now must make a decision.
It is not my
Okay, yo, Don, how should I go about asking this girl for her number? I don't know her from a can of paint, though. Well, I wouldn't just ask her for her number. If this is a girl you're interested in starting a relationship with, of course, it goes without saying, no sex outside of wedlock. So I imagine this is a girl that if all things go well, could see yourself marrying in the near future, and that she's a Christian girl and all that. But so assuming all of that, I would not ask her for her number, but ask her if she would care to join you for, some coffee, right? If she wanted to go and get some Jamba Juice or some ice cream or, something like that. Don't take her to get sushi or nothing. You know what I'm saying? No point in spending $40, $50. And it might not even work out. Also, that's, it's too much. So something small, something light, something to just facilitate a conversation, right? That's why drinks are good. But of course, as Christians, I would never recommend you take her somewhere to get alcohol. When I say drinks, I mean, Starbucks, coffee shops, Jamba Juice, a smoothie place, boba. Oh, you have many places like that. Boba is good because boba almost feels like you're taking her out to eat, but it's still just getting a drink. It's like a level up from getting just, some coffee or a smoothie, but it's still not, oh, I'm taking her out to eat. It's still very, cheap. You can afford $8. You got her some, you got you some. You know what I mean? So go ahead and and it's interesting. Do boba. If I had to do it all over again with my wife and I was asking her out for the first time to go somewhere, I would take her to get boba. That's, I wasn't hip to boba back in my day. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't hip to boba back in my day. So that's really the move right there. That's the move. I just gave you all of you. I just gave you that, man. You're welcome. You're welcome. Boba is the move, bro, for the Christian man trying to take a girl somewhere out, but trying to be cheap, right? Trying to keep the cost low, but it still is like an experience, especially because you might be introducing her to boba. She might not even know about boba. Although boba is pretty popular these days. Anyway, yeah, if you don't know what to get there, because you want to know what to get, right? So this is what you get. Get the chai tea. Get the chai tea with the boba, the cassava bits, the boba. I don't want to say it, When you get there, because I know some of you don't know nothing about boba, so I'm trying to help you out, man. When you get there, just so you know what you look like you've been there before. Don't get there like, I don't know what to get. What do you want to get? I don't know what's good. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be Mr. Cool. You feel me? So you get there, and you go over there. You get in the chai. I'll never let you down, bro. It's gonna taste good. You're gonna enjoy it, right? And so get the chai tea, right, with the boba. And if they ask, get it regular though. Don't do all kinds of modifications. That's unnecessary. And then if she don't know what to get, just get her a chai tea. She'll like it too. But of course, give her the option to get whatever she wants. And yeah, and then you go, you pull up on the seat and don't chug it, bro, because it tastes good. Don't chug it. You don't want it to done, bro, like in 2 minutes. Okay, so you gotta sip. All right, you gotta sip. Keep it easy, because again, it's the lubricant for the conversation. Maybe I should have chose a better word. It's what's facilitating the conversation, man. So sip, take it slow, allow the conversation to go. And then don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Don't get a second one, even if you enjoyed it. Don't get a second one before you go. I mean, you're your own man. Do whatever you want. But I wouldn't get a second one, after it's done. Maybe go for a walk or whatever. But to bring it back to your original question, say hi, go introduce yourself. It sounds like you haven't even introduced yourself yet. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Go introduce yourself. Hi, how's it going? I'm so and so. And she's gonna be like, hi. And, just off how she responds to you introducing yourself will tell you everything you need to know. Listen, these women are not stupid. She knows if you go up, a random guy comes up to her and introduces herself around her age for no reason, she's already suspicious that you're going to ask her for her number or something like that. So, she will put two and two together. So just by how she responds to you introducing herself will tell you everything you need to know. If you're like, hi, all right, your name is Use Only 41. As we call you 41. Hey, how's it going? I'm 41. Nice to meet you. If she's like, hi, or if she gives you any weird looks and she just gives you her name, just be like, well, it was nice meeting you, and then go about your business. But if you're like, hi, I'm 41, nice to meet you, and she's like, oh, hi, 41, I'm so and so, da da da. It's like, okay, well, I saw you over there, and I wanted to know if I could take you to get some boba sometime. Something like that. Figure it out. Say it in the mirror first. I haven't done this in years. I'm married, okay? But figure out the words that you're going to say. Say them a bunch in the car, in front of the mirror. Don't stumble over you don't want to trip over your words. Make it very direct, short, to the point. Like, take you to get some boba sometime. She has nothing she now must make a decision. Okay? It's either yes or no. It's very simple. And then maybe she'll be like, okay. Boom. Just like that. If she's like, no, guess what? First of all, she'll probably won't just be like, no. She'll probably give you some kind of reason. Oh, I have a boyfriend. Or, oh, it's okay. No, thank you. Something like that. Right? She'll tell you something like that. That's fine. It's a very soft rejection. Right? You won't even feel that bad afterwards. You know what I mean? And so if she says no, be like, okay, well, you have a great day, and you keep it pushing. If she says yes, boom, now you have a reason to get her number. Now you have a reason to ask for her number. You don't want to just ask her for her number. That's weird when you really think about it. Imagine a random person coming up to you and being like, hi, can you please give me some of your personal information? It's kind of like, why? Why? Now you have a reason. So if she's like, yes, then you can be like, yeah, okay, cool. Here, pull out your phone. Here, put your number in my phone. That's what you always do. Now you've just made your first command as her husband, right? Because that's the end goal. As a Christian man, you're looking for a wife. You've just given your first instruction for her to obey. They're like, here, put your number in my phone, and then she puts her number in your phone. And then you're like, okay, cool. All right. Then you set something up. Is this an entire Rizz Academy I'm supposed to be giving right now? Okay. All right. So here's what you do. So you get the number, right? You get the number. You want to hit her up. Look, you want the date to happen within a week. you want to hit her up 3 days before whenever you're trying to do the date thing. That's what you want to do. You don't want to hit her up today to set up a date for. But here's the thing. When she gives you her number, very shortly after, text her and say, hey, this is 41. That's it, though. This is 41. It was great meeting you. Or something like that. Whatever. It was nice meeting you. Or some whatever. It's just why? Because this now gives, let's say she sees you and really is feeling you. Let's say she really likes you. Now she has everything she needs to contact you, to message you. But let's say she's not like, you didn't sweep her off her feet. And so she's interested, but she's also not like, losing sleep over you. That way you don't text, you don't try to hound her immediately. It starts to build a little interest. Why? Because she realized, she's like, you're not desperate. You're not hounding her. You didn't just give her number, or she didn't just give you her number and all of a sudden you're abusing her number, right? Now you're blowing up her phone and like, oh, what did I get myself into? Right? So you give it some breathing room. So let's say you ask her on Sunday, right? You get her number on Sunday or Monday or whatever. You right after, and when I say text her, hey, this is so-and-so, like you want to do it shortly after, maybe even as you're walking away, right? Maybe even as you're walking away, just so like, hey, this is so-and-so, this is my number, you can lock me in, and then just leave it at that. Now, if she wants to start a conversation from that point, then cool, have the conversation. But if she just is like, okay, thanks, or doesn't reply, you just leave it alone. All right, so now let's say you're free around the weekend-ish, right? You're free around the weekend. So what you would do is hit her up like 3 days before that time range. You hit her up and are like, hey, this is so-and-so. When are you free? When are you free this weekend? Or something like that. When are you free this weekend? You want her to give you her availability, because you don't want to give her a day and then she tells you, oh, I can't do that day. And then you're like, oh, how about the next day then? Right? You don't want to hit her up and be like, hey, this is so-and-so. Would you like to get boba on Saturday? Or let's get boba on Saturday. And then she's like, oh, I'm busy on Saturday. Now this is bad position for you to be in. Right? Because you want to see her soon, but now you're like, oh, well, I can do Sunday. That's bad, bro. You just told her you have no plans this weekend. You just told her that you've cleared your entire schedule for this girl. It's not a good look, right? So what you do is you find out her availability and then you pick what works best for you. So yeah, I say, hey, hey, what's good? When are you free this weekend? Let's go get boba. Oh, I'm free on Saturday afternoon or whatever. Then you're like, if that works for you, and you're like, oh, bet. Then you give her a time. She says she's free Saturday afternoon. Afternoon for most people is like 2 to 7. So you just shoot her a time in that frame. Okay, let's do this time. She might counter with a different time. And then you just come to an agreement. And then you're like, cool. All right. I'll see you da-da-da. Here's a trick. I'm about to give you something really useful here. If she's like, where do you want to get boba? Like if she asks you the location, tell her, I'll let you know. Right? Tell her I'll let you know, or it's a surprise, or don't even say it's a surprise. You might fumble that. Just tell her, oh, I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you know. Why? Why do you want to do this? This is everything I'm telling you is safeguards. It's safeguards. There's a chance that, you know, she'll be texting you every day. She's so happy you asked her for your number. She, you know what I'm saying? I'm preparing you for like elite level elite level strategy here, okay? All right. So, you tell her, I'll let you know. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Because if you tell her where if you tell her where and when, then on the day of the date, you have to text her and be like, are we still on for this time? That's not a good look. Now, again, these things that I'm saying, it's not a good look. If a girl likes you, you can make a ton of mistakes and it's still going to work because she likes you. I'm trying to give you game here, okay? This way you don't have to ask her on the day of, are we still on for so-and-so? Why? Because on the day of is when you will send her the thing, like in the morning. So you said, all right, you texted her 3 days ago, let's go get boba Saturday afternoon, 5 o'clock, right? You are going to text her at like 10, 11 a.m., the location of the boba spot, and be like, does this work for you? You ask her if this place works for you. Now, what will that do? You're killing multiple birds with one stone. One, in the instance it's a place she doesn't want to go, you have plenty of time to like find a different spot. If it's too out of the way for her or whatever, right? She has plenty of time. And it's just boba. It's nothing serious. It's nothing she can get the location the day of, right? But two, if she was gonna flake, she's not gonna respond. Do you understand? If she was gonna flake, if she changed her mind or whatever, she's not gonna respond. And so cool. Boom. It's gone. Like a bird. It's gone. Just let it go, bro. It's done. You know? I mean, there are things that could happen after that, but this is too much now. But if she's gonna show up, she'll be like, yeah, smiley face. And she probably won't even use an emoji. Because this is how girls are weird like this, right? She'll probably use like the dots and the parentheses. Yeah, or yep, or with that smile. And then now you're on. Now you're on, bro. And now it's just faith. You do not hit this girl up an hour before and ask her, are you coming or anything like that. Just go. Just go and show up. And I'm talking about even if it's 5 minutes before you said that y'all were going to show up and she still has not given you any indication, oh, I'm on my way or oh, I'm almost there. Do not say anything. Then she's going to show up. She's going to show up. Now, let's say she doesn't show up. All right, so one of three things will happen. Either she'll show up late, or she won't show up. These are the only three things that can happen. So if she shows up, well, boom, you're welcome. Get the chai tea, sit down, shoot the breeze, talk about her mostly, ask her questions about herself, let her do most of the talking, and then that's date number 1 down in the bag. Good job. Let's say she shows up late. Well, it depends on how late. Personally, I wouldn't wait longer. First of all, if she's showing up late, but she is going to show up, she will most likely text you that she's running late. So you know she's going to show up. You know she's just running late. She'll probably text you like, oh, she left. She'll either text you when she's already on her way and she can see in the GPS she's going to get there late. Or she'll text you like 5 minutes before, hey, I'm running late, da-da-da-da-da-da. Cool. Here's the thing. If she shows up late, you have to check her. And it's awkward, bro. It's awkward in the sense of you don't want to. You want to just let it slide and just like, but you have to check her. Because if you don't, she's gonna think that she can just walk all over you. She's gonna think you're soft. She might not even think it consciously. It'll just be a subconscious thing, and because your time is not important, she can just show up late, and that's fine. So how do you check her? When she shows up, just say you're late. That's it. Just, you have to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge that she's late. So when she shows up and you're like, just be like, and don't be all like, you're late. Don't be sad or mad, but just be like stoic, you know, you're late. And then she's gonna be like, she's probably never heard a guy say that to her in her entire life, bro. She's probably never been in that situation. She's gonna be like, I'm so sorry. I know I was just in the traffic and then the She's probably never heard a man say that to her before. She's gonna be shocked. And then you be like, she's just gonna say some stupid stuff. Like, and then you're gonna be like, just be like, it's okay. It's okay. And then you go inside. Just be like, yeah, it's okay. You know. Say, I mean, it's something you figure out over time. You'll feel it, right? You might just be able, if she says, I'm sorry and all that and da-da-da, you can just be like, just brush it off. Just, okay, it's okay. Just think about how you would feel if the tables were reversed. You're showing up somewhere and you show up late and someone's like, you're late. And then you're like, my bad, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Like, and then a person's like, it's okay, it's okay. It just does just enough, bro. It just does just enough. It usually does just enough. You can figure out if you want to add more on top of that. I've said more in the past, but it's like, you gotta really read the room, bro. You don't want to push it too far. Anyway, so she's late. You checked her. You go inside. You have a great time. Boom. That's great. Okay, that's cool. All right. One of the three things, though, is that she might not show up. She might not show up. She might flake. If she flakes, do not text her. Do not message her. Don't be like, where you at? When you get here's what you do. 15 minutes goes by, right? I feel like beyond 15 minutes, you cannot stay. If she shows up there 30 minutes later and you're still there, that's bad. And she didn't message you or nothing, bro, that's bad. You feel me? That's bad. She's not showing up, bro. 30 minutes late. So look, you show up. She shows up. She don't show up. 15 minutes, you order your chai tea. You get yourself a chai tea. It's delicious. And then you go home, bro. And you don't message her. You don't say anything. Here's what will happen. She probably expects you to message her. When she sees you don't message her, she's probably going to text you. And she's probably going to lie. She's probably going to lie and tell you some dumb reason why she couldn't make it and why she couldn't text you, right? My wife just got home with my babies, so, don't mind the crying. And then, you know what? If she flakes, bro, just cut that, bro. Don't even bother with that. Because if this was like, we're Christian men. If we weren't Christian men, I would tell you how to navigate it beyond this, but it's not. Because this is not a woman that's marriage material. If that's how she's acting on date number one, you know what I'm saying? In the past, I would have given you different advice because now the objective is different. But we're not after that. We're looking for a wife, right? And so that's it. You just cut your you just cut your losses and move on, bro. Keep it pushing. And when you see her, wherever you've met this girl that you see her, smile and wave, bro. Don't be petty. Don't be sour. Don't nothing. It was nothing for you. It was nothing to you. It was her loss. That's how you feel. It was her loss. Smile with, you know. And if she tries to, you know, she might have Jezebel spirit in her, and so she might want to actually try again. But don't give her another chance. I wouldn't, personally. Yeah, bro. So that's pretty much everything. That's pretty much everything you need right there to facilitate the approach, the setup, coordinating what to do if she's late and what to do if she flakes. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure to send me the invite to the wedding. That's all I'm saying, you know. Dom, but what do you ask her? When do you ask her what's her opinion on salvation and the Trinity? Yeah, copy, appreciate it, my G. Yes, sir.